Hey gang, this is Andy over at Falco Canine Academy and the Healthy Dog Network. What I want to talk to you today about is feeding your dog raw chicken. Yes, raw chicken. The very thing that you were told probably growing up that is dangerous for your dog is not dangerous for your dog. I happened to be leaving work and ran into one of our colleagues over here at the German Shepherd Rescue of Orange County, and we began talking about food and some other stuff. Somehow we got on the topic of raw chicken, and just like many other people, she said, isn't raw chicken bad for dogs? Can't they choke on the bones? And the answer is they can, just like they can choke on just about anything else, but normally they don't. It may be even safer to feed them raw chicken than it is to some dogs than kibble. If you've ever had a Labrador Retriever who's been wolfing down their food and is beginning to choke on the food because they're eating it so fast, dogs do choke on kibble. And so if your dog has this propensity to choke on kibble, then it's probably the same dog that's going to choke on the raw chicken. But to tell you the truth, raw chicken with the bones in is perfectly healthy for dogs. As a matter of fact, it's way more healthy probably than kibble. Remember that kibble has to be heated up to about 350, maybe more degrees. I have to look that up to make sure, so don't quote me. But the amount of temperature that's used to create the kibble actually cooks out much of the nutrients from whatever is in there, whether it's the proteins or the vegetables or the fruits or even the glucosamine and chondroitin. It gets cooked to such a high level that you're cooking away many of the nutrients. By feeding a raw diet, they're getting more of the actual nutrients. Dogs are carnivores, and they really do benefit from eating a raw diet. And so I'm going to show you that I currently have begun feeding my dog Xander some raw chicken and some vegetables and fruit to add to the benefits to the dog. All right, so I want you to know for sure that feeding raw chicken is perfectly fine. Just as anything else, you should monitor your dogs if you're concerned about their getting through a meal without choking, that kind of stuff. Just watch them eat, and they should be perfectly fine. All right, what you don't want to do is feed cooked chicken. Feeding a chicken that is cooked is very dangerous because now you've turned that bone into a very brittle, very sharp-edged type of bone that when it's chewed by the dog actually turns into a bunch of little sharp daggers that can actually harm the dog. So do not feed cooked chicken to your dog with the bones still in it. Also, if you cook chicken and it's got a bunch of spices, that kind of stuff, onions actually are not good for a dog, and some of the other things that may be in that mixture. So stick to raw chicken straight out of the package. You want to get some good, healthy, chicken that's not been fed hormones and all the other stuff that we're concerned about ourselves. So make sure it's a good quality chicken. You want to be careful about, again, not having any kind of cooked chicken that your family knows that, when they see you feeding the chicken, especially the kids, that it's raw and it's okay for the dogs, but don't give the dog the cooked chicken like out of Kentucky Fried Chicken, or is there Pioneer Chicken around anymore? Church's Chicken, whatever is around, you want to stick to the raw diet. Now, when you're going to add a vegetable or a fruit, carrots are great for a dog. Now, I'm going to have another video where I'm going to show you that there's some vegetables and fruits that are kind of toxic to a dog, but carrots are perfectly fine and very, very good for a dog. And you have apples that you can feed a dog. One other thing you want to do, well, this one's getting kind of brown now that I cut it just a little while ago, is that you want to take you don't want the seeds to be, you want to cut out the seeds and give your dog the apple without the seeds. The seeds actually have some cyanide in them. Now, your dog's not going to die if he happens to get an apple from the tree, or one of the kids feed him an apple with some seeds in it. It'll take a lot of seeds to actually kill your dog with the cyanide, but it can cause your dog to have a little diarrhea if they get too many seeds. So just much better to take the seeds out. You can get one of those apple cutters that actually takes the core out and then put that in your dog's bowl. So some raw chicken, some carrots, some apples with the seeds cut out. You can give your dog some watermelon. And again, I'll have another video about the safe fruits and vegetables you can feed your dog and the unsafe fruits and vegetables. I'm actually begin feeding my dog Xander some raw chicken mixed with his kibble and another supplement, and see if I can't beef him up a little bit. He's a German Shepherd that's been rescued. He's at about the 10 to 11 month stage in his life, where he's growing up and taller, and we're not able to keep the calories up with him, and so he's getting a little bit skinny. So I'm going to show you how we feed him with a little bit of kibble, some raw chicken, and a supplement to kind of beef him up just a little bit to make sure that he's getting plenty of nutrients. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I just want to reiterate that raw chicken is perfectly safe for your dogs. And now with any dog, there are some issues with dogs feeding and eating too fast and that kind of stuff, but raw chicken is perfectly fine. Do not feed cooked chicken. Carrots and apples are perfectly fine for your dog. Just make sure and take the seeds out of the apple. All right, hope that was very clear. Went over it a couple times to make sure that you guys got it. And we'll see you at the next video where we talk about some of the good fruits and vegetables and some of the dangerous fruits and vegetables that you can feed your dog. All right, well, I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.